Hello everyone, so I just want to talk for a little bit about Jeremy Corbyn's new party in the UK, as well as some recent things that Corbyn has said that I feel are not very good, but there is nonetheless sort of a silver lining in that he's sort of passing the torch, so to speak, to this new party. It's no longer all about him, so even if he does have some fairly crappy positions still, that's not really the end of the world. You know, we're not talking about like a Bernie Sanders figure here who's misleading people into the mainstream parties. Even if he has a couple of bad stances, it's not super harmful for him to hold those sorts of opinions, given that, you know, he's probably not going to be a really prominent politician for more than like 5 or 10 years or so, given that he's already quite old. And he's certainly not misleading people into the Labour Party in the same way that Sanders misleads people into the Democratic Party. So this new party is called Your Party, and it was formed in July this year in an initiative led by Corbyn and Zarah Sultana, both of whom are former Labour left in the UK. And apparently Your Party isn't a permanent name, it's just sort of a placeholder, and they haven't yet decided on the official name, so that's interesting. But this party has drummed up an absolute ton of interest. It looks like third parties in the UK are going to be growing and growing in prominence, given that the new right-wing party, Reform UK, is gaining a ton of ground. And hopefully this party will also be able to get off the ground to challenge them and make sure that they can't, you know, they won't be the ones to break the two-party system as much as they reasonably can, and make sure the left party can do that first. So Zarah Sultana, although being much younger and obviously not nearly as prominent as Corbyn, she's a lot more radical than him. Her positions on like Israel-Palestine especially are a lot more clearly enunciated, I would say, than Corbyn's are. Corbyn is still really weirdly wishy-washy on this sort of thing, which I find very disappointing. And I wanted to provide like a recent example of that here. And the reason why I'm kind of disappointed about Corbyn's opinions here, which are in relation to Israel and Palestine, is that Corbyn is someone who I think is very genuine. He's like very uniquely genuine, especially in like Anglophone mainstream electoral politics. There's basically no one else like him out there who ever got anywhere. And he was almost on the cusp of winning an election until he was sabotaged by right-wing and Zionist people in his own party, such as Owen Jones. And I always thought that, he was previously sort of watering down his rhetoric a bit, because obviously he's a socialist, well, maybe he's even a communist, but, you know, he had to do the whole two-state solution deal and that sort of thing to get to the position that he was in the Labour Party, and then they still stabbed him in the back anyway, so it didn't really matter. But now that he has his own party, he's free of like the Labour Party apparatus, I feel that he's freer now to really be clear on what his own personal positions really are. And they haven't really changed much from before, and I'm finding this very disappointing, and I wanted to share it here and talk about this and, you know, inform people of it. And as I sort of said at the beginning, you know, I'm not saying cancel Jeremy Corbyn or anything, as if we could even do that. I'm just saying, like, you know, this is sort of disappointing, but it's not the worst thing in the world, given that he is just one person in the new party now. He's one of the leaders of it, obviously, but he's one of the two main leaders, and there's going to be other people in there. And, you know, his opinion here isn't the end-all be-all regarding the party's actual positions, but nonetheless, you know, this is worth talking about. So this video was posted here by David Miller. David Miller himself is a pretty interesting figure. I can't really get a grasp of him exactly. He seems pretty principled anti-Zionist who does know a lot about what he's talking about. And he's been highly persecuted by Zionist lobby groups in the UK for more than 10 years now. You know, they keep filing like legal cases against him. They keep getting him fired from basically every job that he has. And I haven't seen anything that he's ever said that was at all anti-Semitic or racist or anything like that. But disclaimer here, I'm just sourcing him because this video, you know, is useful, right? He didn't actually make the video, it's just a video that he posted of someone asking Corbyn a question regarding Zionism. So I'm just saying, if he has said anything bad, I don't know about it, I'm not endorsing him, but as far as I know, he's not a bad guy at all, and he has been very much unjustly targeted by some of the worst people in the world. So we should at least, you know, give him a little bit of leeway, even if he did have some sort of shitty views, because it'd be difficult not to be a little bit resentful if that sort of thing happened to you. But anyway, let's watch this video real quick.
And declaring yourself as an anti-Zionist? No, I'm just an activist. I'm an activist. I just want to know as a member of the party.
I'm here to speak for Palestinian people and speak in solidarity with them.
So
that's the point of being here today. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, guys. Thank you.
So Corbyn was asked if he was a Zionist, and he just said, "I'm here to speak for the Palestinian people. Thank you very much," and left.
He's got a voice. He's got a voice. I know, but he's speaking already. He's speaking already. Yes. What about? It's my husband. What about if they asking questions the whole day, and then when it's just one question she's asking? No, they ask hundreds of questions.
She's only asking one.
But it's not only her. It's not only her. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, you can answer
10
one or
journalists.
two. Is that one signature?
Like, why don't you identify as an anti-Zionist? Why don't you denounce Zionism? This is a pretty simple question, and I think it says a disappointing little thing about Jeremy Corbyn's positions, that he doesn't want to answer this question bluntly and succinctly, which for anyone who is really holding of the same positions that I think we all thought that he genuinely held deep down, not to be able to just say this, even when he's liberated from like the Labour Party apparatus, it's very disappointing to see.
People give signatures, and it comes a time that you stop giving signatures. It's the same with questions.
Yeah, but you believe
One question
yeah,
the person has asked.
One question for many journalists.
I'm just going to skip through this a little bit to see if they actually did ask him the question again. I believe that's just his wife saying that she doesn't want them to ask the question, or maybe I misunderstood. I'm pretty sure she said that she's Corbyn's wife. He just really doesn't want to be asked this question. I don't know why, man. Come on, Jeremy. You're not in the position you are before. You're not about to be operated against as Labour leader. You're in a new party. You're one of its two co-leaders alongside Zarah Sultana, who's already denounced Zionism, who identifies openly and proudly as an anti-Zionist. There's nothing stopping you, man. Come on.
She's taken it up. No, I tell you what, she's a good woman. She's on TikTok.
I'm not sure about her being a good woman because she's on TikTok. I just found that funny.
And that's why I call you Uncle Jeremy, as a nickname. And that's why I've always followed you. But this interview, really upset me. It was a simple question.
Why doesn't he just say, I'm an anti-Zionist, yes. I don't know, man. I don't know. Corbyn does not come off as genuine as he usually does here. It seems like he just really doesn't want to say the words that would honestly probably describe the rest of his position on Palestine accurately. And it boggles the mind as to why, you know? I don't understand this. I don't get it. And it's just very disappointing. You know, it's not the end of the world. He's not, as I said, the leader of everything here. He's not like the political savior. Luckily, the left in the UK is organizing themselves in a third party. They're doing what should and needs to be done electorally, which is way more than anyone could ever say for the entryist in the USA who say that nothing like this is ever possible there because it's exceptional, because they're just American exceptionalists who want excuses for not doing anything. So, you know, this is not that huge of a deal. It is just very disappointing, though, because, you know, this is someone who was like a beacon of light in a sea of otherwise disgusting, opportunistic, disingenuous, careerist motherfuckers in Anglophone electoral politics. And to see him still acting in this way, when it would have made sense for him to act in this way, you know, 5-6 years ago, when he was still a Labour Party member trying to avoid sound bites that could be used against him, when now he's not beholden to that sort of thing anymore. It just, you know, I guess, kill your heroes, never attach yourself to any singular personality, don't expect too much of any singular personality, or always be ready to move on from them. And I feel like the pro-Palestine movement has kind of moved on from Jeremy Corbyn. It's moved past where he used to be, and we're finding out now that he's still where he used to be, which is very unfortunate. but, you know, he served a purpose in getting us here at the very least. And I am hopeful to see Zarah Sultana taking a bigger role than Corbyn in the party, and hopefully they can pick up other people, gain a lot of support from, you know, the broader anti-Zionist movement, as well as just general leftists in the UK, and grow to be able to pose a real challenge in Parliament to the Tory, Labour, or, you know, the rather red Tory and blue Tory dichotomy led by Keir fucking Starmer, which is nothing that anyone ever needs ever again. Not in the UK and not anywhere else in the world either.